Chuckadelphia, this is Chuck coming to you live from our command center, and today I wanted to have a special vocabulary lesson based on the expressions get in, get out, get on, get off, and one other expression that we'll talk about towards the end. So sit back, take your mind off of all the seriousness that's going on in the world, and come along with me for this ride. I hope you have a good time. Here we go. Okay, so first we're going to talk about get in or get into. Okay, these two are very similar, especially when they involve cars. Okay, so it's simply with cars, trucks, like pickup trucks, maybe even vans, okay, taxis, and bathtubs. We would say get in or get into. And that means like we open the car door and sit inside and then we close it. Now, of course, there's no car door on a bathtub, right? Of course, unless you're a very wealthy industrialist who has a car door around your bathtub, right? But when you turn on the water and the water fills up into the tub and you put your foot in there and then you sit down, you're getting into the tub, getting into the bathtub. Okay, so let's take a look at some example sentences here. I need you to get in the car right away, right now, because we have to leave. Okay, and you could easily say, I need you to get into the car right now, but either one is okay, and they basically mean the same thing. All right, I need you to get in the car right now. That means open the door, sit down, and close the door. You're in the car, right? And I got in the taxi, and the driver told me he was off duty. Now, when we say off duty with taxis, it simply means that they're not working. They're free, okay? And that means they can't drive us. All right, and finally, I always brush my teeth before I get in the tub or get into the tub. Both are okay, right? So that is get in and get into. And the opposite of that would be get out of, okay? And that simply means that we open a door and leave a car or a taxi or a truck, or we leave the bathtub, okay? And we can use of, but we use of when we have an object after get out. All right, so here you see I paid the driver and got out. We don't use of here because we don't have an object after got out. I was focused on my interview. All right, but then this next example, I'm sorry for being wet. I just got out of the tub. See, now we have the tub, and we put of here, of the tub, because we have an object. Fairly simple, you see? And now we also have a special expression, get out of here. Okay, and it can mean two things. One, to leave, right? So if you're ready to leave, you might say, I'm going to get out of here and go to the movies or something like that. Or when it's almost time for you to leave work, you might say, I'm going to get out of here and head home. Are you ready to get out of here? Simply means, are you ready to leave? But sometimes we say get out of here to express disbelief, like, oh, I can't believe what I just heard, right? You're royalty? Get out of here. No way. We grew up in the same town, okay? Or like if someone says they're a millionaire, say, no way, get out of here. I don't believe you, right? So you might hear get out of in that expression as well, okay? Now, we also have get on, okay? And whereas get in or get into would be used for cars, right? Or trucks, bathtubs. Get on is for some things that we climb, okay? Like buses, for the most part. When you get onto a bus, you have to climb up those stairs to get on the bus, right? So we also use this with other things we mount in order to ride, including trains, horses, motorcycles, bikes, and camels, okay? So I got scared when I got on the elephant. I didn't know what to expect. Because as you know, in many parts of the world, people ride elephants. So we could say we get on an elephant to ride it, okay? If you're brave enough, right? I need to get on the 10:05 bus, okay? Here, again, you see get on with bus. Perfectly fine, okay? And also, as we mentioned earlier, you can say train with get on. Which train do you need to get on? Okay, so if you have a subway in your city or an elevated train or some kind of a passenger train that goes in between cities, you would say, I need to get on this train or get on a train. And once you're on that train, you would say, I am on a train, not in a train, on a train. You understand? All right. And the opposite of get on is get off, right? And that simply means that you leave the bus or other things that we need to step down from, like you leave a train or a horse or a motorcycle, bike, or a camel. Okay? So, help me get off this horse, okay? Or I just got off the bus and I am on my way to your office now. That means I just left the bus, okay? Or I love riding horses. I find it hard when it is time to get off because I never want to stop riding, okay? And that just simply means to step down, okay? It's the same concept. Step down off of the bus, step down off of the horse. Even though it's a machine and a living animal, either way, we're using both of them to ride, okay? We have to use an effort. We have to make an effort to climb up and ride the horse or the bus, okay? Now, sometimes people are confused with airplanes, okay? Because quite frankly, if you're on a plane, you can say, hey, I'm on the plane right now, if you're texting someone, right? Or you might say, I'm in the plane right now. Both are okay. Well, will we use get in or get on a plane? Well, you should say get on a plane or get off a plane, all right? And so basically, these sentences mean the same thing. I'm getting off the plane now. I'm leaving the plane now. I'm exiting the plane now, okay? And conversely, you can say I'm getting on the plane now. I'm entering the plane now. And I am walking on to the plane now. They all mean the same thing, okay? Just depends on how you want to say it. That's all. It's your choice. That's the way life is, right? Okay? Now, finally, step in and step out. Okay? We could use these with a shower or an enclosed space or room, such as an office, bedroom, or room. Okay? So basically, I could say, I'm soaking wet because I just stepped out of the shower. Okay? You know how sometimes, you're in the shower, someone calls, you have to stop what you're doing, and you leave, you turn off the water, you open the curtain or the door and walk and go answer the phone, or sometimes it's the door, right? And you would just say, I'm soaking wet because I just stepped out of the shower. You can also say just got out of the shower too. Technically, you'd be okay there, but it's common to say step out of the shower, okay? You might hear step in or step into when someone asks you to enter a room, okay? So, Louise, could you step into my office for a second? Or could you step into my bedroom for a second, right? Sometimes you might hear people say, get in here. But when people say get in here, it's usually like they're implying urgency, like something's very important, or anger, okay? So if someone says, get in here, okay, and it's like, okay, as you're starting to walk in there, you're thinking, what did I do? Am I in trouble? Because that's kind of what that implies, okay? So if you ever tell someone, get in here, or especially if you say, get in here now, something is about to happen, okay? So be ready to either give news or receive news. But if you tell someone, get in here now, and you ask, do you want tuna or chicken for lunch? Then, you're not really using the right one. You should say, step in here, please, or step into my office. Do you want chicken or tuna for lunch? So be careful with what you say and how you say it, because sometimes people may take it the wrong way, okay? So, as I said the other day, thank you very much for watching. And I know it's a bummer that people can't go to English class or university classes, high school classes the upcoming weeks. But I hope you continue to come here to Infinite English Academy's webpage on Facebook, and also to Chuckadelphia to watch old videos and to learn and relearn English, because we are here, and it's important for you to remember this final message, okay? Always keep in mind that you don't need a classroom in order to learn. The world is your classroom, okay? And we as instructors at Infinite English Academy in Chuckadelphia are here to be your guides into that world of learning, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. If you have any sample sentences, please leave them in the comment box below. And thank you again for watching. This is Chuck coming to you from Chuckadelphia, Team Infinite English Academy. As always, we appreciate it. Have a great day. Carpe diem. Ciao, ciao.